Hello and welcome to Free Sample of the Week. This week we are looking at Synful Orchestra. You're getting a little bit of everything as part of this plugin, and as I said, it's completely free. It's its own standalone entity as well. You don't need Contact or any third-party plugin to use this, and it only takes up, I think it was like 180, 200 megabytes. It's not even a gig, and honestly, the quality isn't that bad. It's not BBC Symphony Orchestra Pro, but you could probably get away with it with Discover and definitely stuff within your DAW. But that's the link. I'll leave it in the description, or I should say that's the website. But this is its own dedicated plugin. Up top here, we have all our different instruments, and you do have a couple of different articulations with some of these instruments. I wouldn't say it's consistent, like the horns we are missing. I would say some shorts, but you do have some mute patches. Stops. We got some flutes as well up at the top, an oboe. Yeah, a little bit of everything, as I said, and a lot to get through. So without further ado, we'll start top to bottom and mess around. You've got all your little bits of settings and adjustments here as well. Expression is there. I kind of wish there was a dynamic fader. We're going to have to use expression to control what I'd usually use the mod wheel for. We do have a vibrato, which is what the mod wheel controls there, and a little bit of a reverb by the looks of it over there as well. But let's just jump in and play with some of these samples. So the flute. The vibrato is very convincing. Yeah, I really like that vibrato, really with no vibrato. Sounds a little bit too much like Sibelius sounds. Or too MIDI, I should say. Some velocity layers there. Well, there you go. A flute if you've not got anything premium. That might be handy. Oboe. The only problem I'm seeing off the bat is these could do with a bit of stereoization. This one especially just sounds very monophonic. But other than that, it's okay. English horn. Not the most convincing, but it is free, and this started out in 2004, so back then I could definitely see this being quite legendary, but at the moment, compared to other things, Bassoon. Sounds a bit too mid, needs EQing a little bit better, but kind of sounds like a bassoon. Horn. That's not too bad. quite convincing, actually, the legato. You know what? That's quite impressive, the horn. A little bit of reverb and some stereoization, and that could be quite useful. Mutes. Yeah, the movement is there. That's very legato-y. Very tinny, that mute. I prefer the first mute, but overall that horn is quite impressive. Okay. Horn 4, so that's a solo horn. Now we've got multiple. Nice to have that stereo feel. Definitely got multiple horns going on there. And now we're getting our different mutes. I can imagine the next one sounding very similar. And last but not least, our stops with that one. That's horn 4. We'll only look at the normal patch for horn 8. Thicker stereo field. Can imagine the other sounds very similar. How does the trumpet sound? Not bad. Trombone. Interesting effect there, but it's a trombone. Now breaking into the violin, we've got a lot more articulations. Arco pizzicato, Bartok pizzicato, Carlegno, Tremolo, Solpont. No shorts. Well, a staccato, I should say. We've got pizzicato and Carlegno. Surprised there's not staccato. How odd. Unless they've really... It's kind of part of the arco. Not a violin arco sound I would recommend, though. But it's there. Pizzicato. Now that's a nice sound. Very human, nice and plucky. Again, not the best one, but definitely better than the arco. Bartok Pits. That is definitely Bartok Pits. Carlegno. I do love a nice Carlegno. Does the job. Solpont. Oh, Tremolo first. You can change the tremolo rate. That's a cool effect. I like that, actually. You can create some interesting effects with that. Right, that's tremolo. Solpont. Nice sound, needs some stereo spread. It's very raw. Just a bit of EQ, a bit just more finesse, more production behind it, but very raw, but it's workable. Do like that tremolo effect. Harmonics. See, this is a nice sound, and you know what? I'm going to just add some stereoization just to show you how much better this sound could be with just a little bit of production. Now, this is a free plugin I am using. It's the Ozone Imager 2. And you can see I'm just going to put it right on top just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And right now it's currently, you can see just slap bang in the middle, but just open it up a little bit. And then turn that off. See what I mean? It just adds so much to the sound. I just feel it lacks in that department, and it has such a huge effect on it. Right, that's our violins. Oh, there is one more patch, the mutes. For those of you who watch my videos, you know I normally complain about the range of some instruments, wishing they had spread it out a bit. Well, that's not the case with this one. Wow. Yeah, that was interesting. Right. I can imagine the rest are very, very similar. These are solos. Then it looks like you've got ensembles as well. Let's just skip down. I guess that's where it opens up just a bit more with some stereoization. Carlagno. Not quite as nice, but I'll leave you to explore more of these. We've gone through a vast majority, and all the strings are probably going to be very, very similar. The quality, this was probably amazing 10 years ago, but stacked up against something like BBC Discover and even stuff within your own DAW, you'd probably be better off. Definitely some unique sounds in here. And if you're into production and you know your way around EQ, reverb, some stereoization, and just a little bit more fine tuning, you could probably make these sing. The horn, very convincing, easy to use, but some of the others definitely need a little bit of a tweak. But it is free. It's quite fun, very raw, and definitely some unique sounds in there. And if you want to have a bit of fun with it, well, there you go. The link is in the description, and it's completely free. So you're not going to lose out on this. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.